Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in again. This is Lucas this week, coming at you with another video on how to repair some stuff you might find in your house. Basically things you find in your garage as well. A little bit of everything on this channel. This week we're going to be working on this Zippo lighter. So this is actually my original Zippo lighter that I've had for years, and I just kind of wanted to get it working again because, as you can see, we're not getting any spark anymore, which tends to mean the flint has run out. So in order to do that, we're just going to tear this down, put a new flint in it, and while we're at it, we'll probably put some lighter fluid in there as well, maybe change the wick or cut it down a little. We'll do a few basic housekeeping things to get this lighter running perfectly again. First step is you're going to just want to pull it out. You'll be presented with all the info about the lighter right on the metal casing for it inside. From there, you're going to see this screw right on the back. That is actually going to be spring loaded, so look out when you take it out. But that will be what your flints are stored in. So just kind of unscrew it. I keep my fingers around it because you don't want it launching into the next room when it finally comes out. Then there you go. It's your spring-loaded cartridge. And then you're just going to take, this is a Zippo flint kit that I got on eBay. Came with lighter fluid as well as another wick. There's the original casing in case anyone's curious. Comes with 6 flints in there. So what you're going to want to do is you turn it upside down, load one flint into the chamber, then just start to turn it. Once you get it turned all the way up, you can just line it up with the hole on the lighter, and then it will just drop the flint straight into the lighter for you. Pretty simple. I like to give it a few shakes, make sure it really seats down into there. Then we're just going to test it. So I'm going to put the plunger back in, because in all honesty, if it doesn't align correctly, then you got to redo it, so you might as well test first. I take it. We got it good. Now technically you can put it back in here if you're worried about it starting. This one hasn't been ran in years, so I'm not too worried about it, but I'll show you. But now that we got that new flint in there, we're going to get a spark again. As you can see, we got good healthy spark, but no lighting. It can be one of two things. It can be lighter fluid or it can be your wick. In this case, I'm guessing it's lighter fluid just because when I put this thing away, it worked perfectly fine, so odds are it's going to be the lighter fluid. One thing you can do is kind of look at your wick in there. This one's looking pretty rough, but honestly, it doesn't take much for it to light. And we might actually replace a wick on another one. I got 2 actually sitting here that I found when I was going through my house because just moved into our new place. For this one, you can fill it one of 2 ways. You can just lift up right here. We might do that for this video. It's a bit easier. Otherwise, you can take it out and go under it like that. But we're just going to open it up. There's some special fill in there. Then you're just going to put a bit of lighter fluid in it. It's not a lot of ways that, places will tell you how much to put in there. I just put a little bit in there. Let it soak for a minute or 2. Close it out. Keep it turned upside down because you want it to keep flowing through all the filling. We'll probably need more than this, but I like to start out small and then add as we go. So, give her a shot. That was all it needed. Just a little bit in there. Now we got it running perfect. So, that's all there is to this one. Can't really complain about the flame on it. burning perfectly. I'm not going to even cut that wick back because no sense if it works. But we do have another one here. This one is much older, and as you can see inside of it, the wick is pretty well destroyed. So what we're going to do for this one is first I like to check spark. Nothing on this one either. Apparently I just went to town on these. So we'll take it, take out the spring-loaded screw again on it. And we see all this area here. For this one, since I want to change out the wick, let's get this all lifted up. So I'm just going to take out this bottom layer on this one. Make it a little easier. And the reason I did that is I want to see how much wick is in here. So it will probably be a little hard to see on camera. Maybe I can pull some of this out of the way. But as you can see, there's a healthy amount of wick inside this. So we actually don't need to replace the wick on this one either. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull this out. Best way to do that is going to be getting some needle nose pliers and then pulling on it. I'm going to be right back because I got to go get me some needle nose. Okay, just went out to my garage, got these needle nose for it. So what we're going to want to do is we're just going to reach in there, grab the wick, you're going to pull it out. Sometimes they come out easier than others, so kind of be ready for that. There we go, we got it pulled out. You want to pull till you see the white just barely coming beyond this little piece right here. Because what you're going to do next is you're going to cut it. I like to go just a little bit angled in towards it and just give it a firm cut. Then you're just going to give it that nice cut, and there you go, good to go. Next, what we're going to want to do while we're here is let's get all this filling back into the side. So that's where the wick was buried. We're actually going to take another flint for this one. So we're just going to shake one down. Then we're just going to turn it out. Sometimes they fall out of this thing. It's just as easy as dropping it down the hole. You don't really need to go directly from that to here. Give it a little shake. Then we're going to want to add a little bit of lighter fluid. Once again, I like to add a little less than most. Just enough to get it nice and soaked in there. Then since we took this cotton pad out for this one, we're going to see which side's the outer side. That's going to be the dirty one. Just going to line it right back up. Slowly push it in. There we go. Now we just got to put the spring load back in. Once again, be careful on it because you don't want it to go launching. That's never a fun time. Screw it down. Let's put her back in there. Whenever you put it in, wheel goes towards the outside, clip piece goes towards the lid. Drop it down. Give her a little test. It's working pretty good right there. The wick is a little off alignment. That's a pretty easy fix though. Just go in there, pull it to the side a little bit. A little more towards that wheel. There you go. And I am happy with that. So all there is to it for fixing these old lighters, see one at, a flea market or something like that, don't hesitate to buy one. They're really good lighters. They're going to last way longer than those $2 ones or whatever that you get at the gas station. Can't beat a Zippo lighter. And once again, I got 6 flints, 1 new wick, which I didn't even need, then some lighter fluid for $6 on eBay. So buy one of these for $5, even if it doesn't work. Rebuild it for $6. You got yourself a lifetime keeper of a lighter for $11. You really can't beat that. You can get nice classic good ones. It's just the way to go. But that was just a little quick video on what I'm doing here. Just rebuilding some old lighters I found in my desk, and now I'll actually be able to use them again. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the comments, and thanks again for watching my video, everyone.